What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Today I got a quick video for you guys. I wanted to talk about someone who is rising up draft boards rapidly at the moment. He's someone who is now in the conversation of being potentially the first overall pick in this year's draft. It's hard to say that he was underrated coming out of high school, as he was a 5-star recruit, McDonald's All-American, every other All-American game accolade you could think of he had. He was, like I said, a big-time recruit, 5-star, but just wasn't someone who was posted on Ballislife every day, wasn't showing up on Overtime's YouTube channel every day, didn't have a YouTube series or show or anything like that. He was someone who was just putting in work, getting buckets, improving his game, and making himself the best player he could heading into college. His name is Jabari Smith. He's playing at Auburn right now, and like I said, he's blowing up, having a great year, and really showing scouts his full game. And so wanted to talk about Jabari, talk about his game, how he plays, how that projects at the NBA level, and why he's now in the position to be potentially the first overall pick. And so I'm going to give my thoughts on that. Before I do, just want to quickly say, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Jabari and his game. Do you think he's someone who could be a first overall pick type player? Leave those thoughts in the comment section below. And with that being said, let's get into it. So who is Jabari Smith? Jabari Smith is a 6'10", 220-pound power forward who is originally from Fayetteville, Georgia. He went to Sandy Creek High School, and like I said in the intro, he's someone who kind of flew under the radar in terms of a national social media following. He wasn't someone who had his highlights posted every day on Ballislife or Overtime. He didn't have a big-time YouTube series with one of these channels. He easily could have transferred to one of the powerhouse basketball academies like Montverde or IMG or wherever, but decided to stay home and play for his local high school. And he had offers from everywhere, and he decided to stay home for college and go to Auburn. And there's nothing against Auburn, but it's not a traditional blue blood that's going to get a ton of national attention. And I think it's all worked out for Jabari in terms of he's just been able to work on his game, get better, and I think going to Auburn has been a great decision for him as he's balling out at the moment. And the low profile stuff is cool, but it don't matter if you can't hoop. And the good thing for Jabari is he can hoop. And I think the thing that scouts really like about him is his versatility and the way that he fits in today's NBA. At the 4 spot, he's just an extremely versatile player on both ends of the floor. Starting offensively, he's just a really fluid athlete, someone who can move really well for someone at his size at 6'10", 220. He's someone who can grab a rebound and bring the ball up in transition. He can make proper reads in transition, handling the ball, and just overall is a rare athlete at that size with that kind of mobility, size, length that he has. You don't see that often. But then you combine that with the skill set that he brings at 6'10", that's what really makes him a unique player, and I think will seriously get him in the conversation of being the first overall pick. Like I said, he's got the ability to handle the ball in transition and even a little bit in half court with some isolation situations. But the big thing with Jabari at 6'10" is his ability to shoot the ball. He's shooting the ball extremely well at Auburn at the moment, shooting about 43% on 5 attempts a game, so it's not little volume. He's shooting the ball a lot from behind the arc, and he's knocking them down. And if he can continue to shoot above 40% from 3, that's huge. Other things that I think scouts like about his game is that he's not afraid to go into the low post and punish smaller defenders, whether that's from the mid-range and kind of just shooting over them, or backing them down and getting a good shot that way. And so the offensive side of the ball has been really impressive for Jabari, averaging 16 and 7 a game. You're not going to find much better prospects in terms of offensive potential and versatility than Jabari Smith. But I think the thing that makes him a complete prospect and will easily get him in the conversation of being potentially the first overall pick is this guy's defensive potential, and something that everyone is looking for in a player these days. He's got a ton of versatility on that end of the floor with who he's able to guard with his size, length, and athleticism. He can probably guard 1 through 5. At least when he switched out on the guards, he has the size, length, and athleticism to at least contain, 1s and 2s. Now he can easily guard 3 through 5 in today's NBA, no problem. And if you watch him in college, he's kind of everywhere on the floor. He's kind of a menace. He's averaging about 2 steals a game, a block a game, and just overall showing that versatility on the defensive side of the ball. He's only going to continue to get better as he plays more games in college. He's only played about 8 games so far when I'm making this video, and so he's still learning things like defensive schemes, where to be, all that little stuff. He's only going to continue to get better at, and I think by the end of the year he's going to be an even bigger problem defensively than he already is at the moment. Overall, I really like Jabari Smith and his game. It seems like he's someone who is just focused on putting on the work. He's not focused on outside distractions, it doesn't seem like, with social media and stuff like that. He's only got like 20K Instagram followers. That's nothing for someone of his stature coming out of high school. That's totally kind of under the radar these days. You don't see that too often with top prospects with that kind of little of following. And so it's cool to see someone who is just focused on his craft and getting better. And he made the right decision in going to Auburn. He's getting good minutes. He's being the type of player that they need. And his role is only going to grow, and he's only going to get better as he's so young and so versatile and so athletic, and he's got so much skill that I easily think that he's someone who's going to be in the conversation of being the first overall pick. And I think so far, based on what I've seen so far, I think I would probably take him number 1 overall. I like him a little more than someone like Chet. To me, Chet is still kind of a question mark in terms of how his game is necessarily going to fit at the NBA level. I think you can make the same argument for someone like Paolo, who kind of, you could see how his game would work in the NBA level, but at the same time, you see some like Jabari Parker type vibes with him, where is he athletic enough, or just terms of fit and stuff like that. So there's some question marks with those other guys in terms of how their game translates to the NBA, where I think someone like Jabari, I think it's pretty clear how his game's going to fit. He fits today's NBA really well. He's a modern-day 4 guy. And so I think I would take him number 1 overall at the moment. But that's just me. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Jabari and his game. Where do you see him going in this year's draft? Leave those thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys later.